mind. 10. There is a powerful moment that most people overlook. A moment that can quietly determine the direction of your entire life. In that stillness, your mind is at its most impressionable, free from noise, free from pressure, and ready to be shaped. This is where transformation begins. Not in loud declarations or dramatic actions, but in the silent words you choose to tell yourself. In a world filled with distraction, comparison, and endless pressure, it is easy to wake up feeling overwhelmed, uncertain, or unmotivated. But what if you could take control of that feeling before it even begins? What if, instead of reacting to life, you started directing it? This is the power of Stoicism, a philosophy practiced for centuries, built on mental strength, emotional control, and unshakable discipline. Your mind is like a system that is constantly being programmed. Every thought you repeat is a command. Every belief you reinforce becomes a part of your identity. If you start your day with doubt, fear, or hesitation, you carry that energy into everything you do. But when you intentionally feed your mind with powerful, disciplined, and grounded thoughts, you begin to rewire how you think, how you act, and how you respond to the world. This is not motivation. Motivation fades. This is mental conditioning. The words you are about to hear are not just words. They are tools. They are anchors that will keep you steady when life becomes chaotic. They are reminders that will bring you back to focus when distractions try to pull you away. They are principles that, when practiced daily, will reshape your mindset into something stronger, calmer, and more resilient. If you commit to repeating these words every morning, not just once but consistently, you will begin to notice a shift. Your reactions will change. Your discipline will grow. Your confidence will deepen. And slowly, without even realizing it, you will become someone who is in control, not of everything that happens, but of everything that truly matters. This is how you rewire your mind. This is how you build inner strength. And this is how you begin to separate yourself from the average and step into a life of clarity, purpose, and quiet power. Part 1. Every morning, before the world demands your attention, there is a sacred silence that belongs only to you. In that silence lies the power to reshape your identity, your mindset, and ultimately your destiny. Most people wake up and immediately surrender this moment to noise, distractions, and anxiety. But you are different. You are here because you want control. You want clarity. You want strength. Stoicism teaches that the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your thoughts. And your first thoughts of the day are the seeds from which everything else grows. If you plant weakness, you will harvest excuses. But if you plant strength, discipline, and awareness, you will build a mind that cannot be easily shaken. Transformation begins here, not in loud actions, but in quiet, consistent self-command. Control. Tell yourself that you are in control, not of external events, not of what others say or do, but of your thoughts, your reactions, and your choices. This realization is freedom. Most people exhaust themselves trying to control what they cannot: opinions, outcomes, and unpredictable circumstances. This leads to frustration and emotional instability. But when you wake up and remind yourself that your power lies within, everything changes. You stop wasting energy on what drains you and start focusing on what builds you. Control means choosing discipline over laziness, patience over anger, and logic over emotion. It means pausing before reacting and asking, is this within my control? If it is, you act with purpose. If it is not, you release it without resistance. This mindset builds a calm, powerful presence. You become less reactive and more intentional. Over time, you develop a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by external chaos. This is where true strength begins. Discipline. Remind yourself that discipline is your foundation. Motivation fades, but discipline remains. There will be mornings when you feel tired, unmotivated, and tempted to delay your responsibilities. That is where discipline steps in. Discipline does not depend on feelings. It depends on commitment. When you repeat this word every morning, you train your mind to act regardless of emotion. You begin to understand that success is built on consistency, not bursts of motivation. Every small action, waking up on time, focusing on your work, resisting distractions, builds your character. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. It is the decision to honor your goals even when it is uncomfortable. Over time, discipline reshapes you. It replaces hesitation with action and weakness with strength. Eventually, it becomes part of your identity. You no longer force yourself. You simply do what must be done. If this message is already changing the way you think, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Because this is just the beginning of your transformation. Part 2. There is a powerful shift that happens when you stop trying to control everything and start focusing only on what truly matters. This is where inner peace begins. Not from having a perfect life, but from having a controlled mind. Detachment. Tell yourself that you must practice detachment. Not emotional coldness, but freedom from unnecessary attachment. The world will constantly try to pull you into chaos, opinions, criticism, expectations, and comparisons. If you attach your happiness to these things, you will always feel unstable. But when you learn to detach, you regain control of your inner world. Detachment means doing your best without being obsessed with the outcome. It means caring about your effort, not depending on validation. When you remind yourself of this each morning, you release pressure. You stop overthinking what others think about you. You stop tying your worth to results beyond your control. Instead, you focus on your actions and your growth. This creates a deep sense of peace. You become grounded, calm, and clear-minded. And ironically, when you stop chasing outcomes, you often achieve them more effectively because your mind is no longer clouded by fear. Gratitude. Remind yourself to practice gratitude every morning. Not only when life is easy, but especially when it is difficult. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present. Most people wake up thinking about their problems, their limitations, or what they lack. This creates a negative mindset before the day even begins. But gratitude changes that. When you focus on what you have, your life, your opportunities, your ability to grow, you build a sense of inner richness. Gratitude does not stop ambition, it strengthens it. It allows you to move forward without bitterness or comparison. You become more present, more aware, more resilient. Challenges begin to look like opportunities instead of obstacles. And over time, this mindset rewires your brain to see strength where others see struggle. If you are finding value in this, don't forget to subscribe. Because the next part will give you the final piece that separates the average from the unstoppable. Part 3. Most people start strong but fail to continue. They're excited at the beginning but lose momentum when things become difficult. This is where true strength is revealed, not in starting, but in continuing. Persistence. Tell yourself that persistence is your path. Nothing meaningful happens overnight. There will be days when progress feels slow, when results are invisible, and when doubt tries to take over your mind. This is where most people quit. But not you. Persistence means showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. It means continuing even when there is no immediate reward. It is the ability to stay committed when others walk away. Every small step matters. Every effort compounds. And over time, those small, consistent actions create massive transformation. Persistence builds resilience. It strengthens your mind and prepares you for greater challenges. It teaches you that failure is not the end. It is part of the process. When you embrace persistence, you stop fearing setbacks. You start learning from them. You understand that success is not a single moment, but a continuous journey of growth and effort. When you begin each day with these words: control, discipline, detachment, gratitude, persistence, you are not just motivating yourself. You are rewiring your mind. You are building a mindset rooted in strength, clarity, and purpose. These words become habits. These habits become beliefs. And those beliefs shape your life. Tell yourself that you are becoming stronger every day. Progress is often invisible in the moment, which is why many people give up too early. But every time you choose discipline over comfort, every time you control your emotions instead of letting them control you, you are building strength. It may not feel dramatic, but it is happening. When you remind yourself of this each morning, You reinforce your commitment to keep going. You build belief in yourself, and that belief becomes the foundation of everything you do. If you are ready to become mentally stronger, more disciplined, and truly unstoppable, then subscribe to the channel right now, because this journey is just getting started, and you don't want to miss what comes next.